is going on, everybody? Welcome to a snack-sized bag of recruiting chips. Just a couple of quick things we want to hit on real quick. We got a boom, we got a decommitment, and a new name to watch. But before we get into that, just a reminder, in conjunction with our chase to 1,000 YouTube subscribers, we are going to be giving away this Eddie George signed mini helmet with the Heisman Trophy inscription and the Fanatics COA hologram. And despite the chaos that happened in the sports memorabilia world last week with holograms, I can vouch it's 100% legit. Um, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
Um, we got a boom. A guy we talked about, Jerquaden Guilford, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Northrop High School, recently promoted to a composite 4-star.
Yep.
Um, we don't use the words vastly underrated a lot around here. This dude is vastly underrated.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you talk about this kid, and if he were at a bigger program, if he were at the Modern Days, like we said a few episodes ago, if he were at just a bigger program, he's a high 4-star, maybe a 5-star kid. I mean, he's got all the traits, he's got all the tools. 6'3". I mean, he can do everything. I've heard a few people on the Ohio State beat say, have Austin Mack comparisons, have Carnell Tate comparisons. I mean, this kid is just an absolute player. And the one thing that really stands out to me is that he just wants to be coached by Coach Hart. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. I mean, you coming into a class who's got 4 wide receivers. He's now the fifth. I mean, that is just tells me a lot about the type of kid that he is, and he wants to be developed. And I mean, obviously, we've got some studs at the top of this wide receiver class, but I rank him up there with these kids. I think Chris Henry Jr. is obviously the creme de la creme, but I think this kid is right there with him. And so, listen, man, he's a stud. So don't let that star ranking fool you. He can do it all, man. So this was a big time boom for the Buckeyes. And it was a good find by by Coach Hart, and Coach Day had to do the vetting. He had to see him in person at the Under Armour camps, and once he saw him, he was like, okay, I see what Coach Hartline
Yeah.
sees in this kid, and let's go get him. And it was a good battle too. I mean, with Ole Miss. Listen, Ole Miss is no slouch when it comes to wide receiver recruiting, and so this was a good win for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, and it's funny that you said that. I actually have written down on my paper that I think he's the second best receiver in the class.
Yeah,
And you're right, he's not far off. I mean, it, it is criminal to look at his rankings. He's the number 50th wide receiver in the country, yet he's the number one player in the state of Indiana. And I
yeah,
know Indiana is not a football hotbed, but there are some players there, especially you get in
yeah,
like Indianapolis. Um, I think I've kind of, like you hit on, I stumbled upon a lot of why he has been slept on. His high school team went 1-9 last year,
okay.
and
I did not know that.
he only has 7 touchdown catches over the last 2 years combined.
Okay,
I'm going to assume if you're 1-9, your quarterback play is probably not very good.
yeah,
Um, but watch the tape. Like
yeah.
we said when we first started talking about this kid, he's crisp, man. He is very crisp.
Yeah,
You,
and talk about loyalty and talk about betting on yourself. I mean, in today's world, when you're on a high school team that may not be winning a lot of games, you're looking to get up out of there and you're looking to go play
yep.
for the next big thing that's going to get you the opportunity. And he said, you know what, I'm going to go to camp and I'm going to go earn these opportunities and I'm going to stay loyal. So that's a pretty cool thing, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Along with the good news, we did get a little bit of bad news since we last were here. Jakob Weatherspoon, the 4-star safety from Avon, number 9 ranked player in the state of Ohio, seemingly out of nowhere, puts out a graphic, not even a decommitment graphic. Boom! I'm going to North Carolina to play for Belichick. Um, Obviously, the rumor out there is, that there was more money thrown around. But I think what I'm looking at more is Weatherspoon was always listed as a corner in this class, but everybody thought he was going to move to safety.
Yeah.
Well, the Ohio State class is obviously pretty full at safety with a massive addition hopefully coming next month. On 247 now they have him listed as a safety.
Yeah. Yeah. I listen, Weatherspoon, I think, is a player. This is a kid I was really high on. He falls in that Miles Lockhart, for that trend for me. That could be a nickel, could go back on the hash as a safety as well. Um, I it sucks to lose him, an Ohio kid. I hate losing Ohio kids, especially to a school like North Carolina. But he's going to play for arguably the greatest football coach of all time. It does suck to lose him, but if he is going to be a safety, you look at who we're going to possibly be getting or who we're going after. We're going big fish hunting. And so, like, it's tough to lose somebody, but at the same time, it's like if we're able to get a Braylon Womack and to get these guys, like, okay, I think we'll take that trade. But anytime we lose a kid to a program like North Carolina, it's not a fun thing. But NIL, we're still playing that game. Are we going to be conservative? Are we not? Is the clearinghouse approving these deals or not? Like, we don't know. We don't know where we're at. And so it does suck to lose Witherspoon, because I think he's a player. But hey, North Carolina got a good one, and we'll just be on to the next one.
Yep, absolutely. It's funny you mentioned collectives and such. Um, Late today, some clarity finally on
Yeah.
that front. To kind of take a tangent here real quick, uh, collectives essentially can exist. So this whole no collectives thing lasted approximately 22 days. Um, Collectives will be treated like any other business entity. It still has to fall within the parameters of. I don't know how they're going to determine this whole fair market value thing.
Yeah, I don't know
Um,
either.
but um, Brian Schottenstein, Cardell Jones, what's up? Um, let's get back on it.
Yep.
Um, Back to recruiting though. Before we finish this episode up real quick, um, one of the Ohio State recruiting beat writers threw out a name that the Buckeyes are going to monitor this fall. A dude you asked me about like a month ago.
Hmm.
Henry Perryman,
Yeah.
3-star corner, true corner from Cleveland Heights. He's like 5'11".
Yeah.
Um, I don't think he's committed anywhere. There's so many different names you're hearing out there. I haven't got a chance to watch the tape yet, but obviously, if there becomes more smoke there, we will dive into him a little bit deeper. I don't know if you've got to see him at anything you've been to, um, but I do think the kid's real.
Yeah, I have not gotten to see him at any of the 7-on-7s we've been at, but I have watched his highlights. The kid can play. He's a very, 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 very good player. He is not committed anywhere according to 24/7, but this is a kid we talked about a few episodes ago that if he is, if we do need to, go back into the state of Ohio to try to find somebody, this is a kid that I would be very happy to get as a late addition. I mean, this, excuse me, this could be our Jordan Woods
Yes.
find. I think this is a kid who can play. So listen, let's go get him. Another kid that I saw pop up, our guy Chimdi Chekwa, who is really really pushing our guy, this kid from Pickerington North. I believe his name's Amari Miller from Pickerington North, the
Yeah.
safety. Had a chance to go up against him. He's a corner as well. Had a chance to go up against him in some 7-on-7s this past or this a few weeks ago. And he's a player, man, put together. He's fluid. He's got all the ability in the world, man. So this kid is a stud. He's committed to Navy right now, but if that's something that Ohio State tries to explore or tries to monitor in the fall, he's got all the abilities. I think he's around 5'11". He can do a lot of the things, man. So he's an explosive athlete, got great ball skills. So I could see why Chimdi Chekwa would be really excited about him because he can really do everything and he's got position versatility.
Yeah, and I think another name out there is the kid. He's committed to Buffalo, but he's a 4-star kid, I think.
Yeah, defensive
Another.
end. Yeah,
So few new names popping on the board, but you're gonna see probably recruiting slow down a frog hair now. We're like 8 days away from camp. We do have the Womack commitment coming up. in the middle of August. Hopefully he's a Buckeye. Obviously, I still hope to hell that Deuce Gerald's ends up in this class on August 2nd, but I, who knows, man. Um, the cool thing about it is we're not on the beat. There's no beat writer beef here. We're just a
No.
couple of dudes, talking ball.
Yep.
So that'll kind of close up this bag of recruiting chips for you guys. Be sure to smash the like, subscribe, leave a comment, and don't forget about the helmet giveaway in conjunction when we hit 1,000 followers. And with that, we will see you guys